Um, just recollect once again. So, the power of a computer is ability to have ability to repeat an operations or a series of operations many times. So within a computer, within our programming, it can be a C programming or it can be a C shell um, in any programming concept. So the necessity of repetitions uh, is very important. There may be some statements, series of statements need to be executed repeatedly. This repetition, we call it as a looping. This is one of the basic programming concept. Uh, Try to remember, right? So one of the basic concept we call it as repetition. In a loop, um, a loop is an action or a series of action repeated under the control of root criteria written by a programmer, right? Each loop tests the criteria. So whatever may be the loop which is written, it is going to test the criteria. If the criteria are tested, if valid, the loop continues. If the test is invalid, the loop is going to be terminated. So this thing, most of the case, we know, right? So the loop, whatever may be the loop which we written in our script, it will be the loop will be executed based on an action, right? Based on some condition. So if the condition is true, so if the test criteria or test condition is true, um, it goes to the action statements. It goes to the action statements within uh, script. It will execute the action statements one after the another. So once once test criteria got failed, so it is going to be come out of that particular loop. So this may be one case. So there may be another case if the loop criteria, right? If the condition is fails, enter into the loop, and then if the condition is true, come out of that particular loop. So like this, we have different looping statements are there. Talk about that. What are the different types of looping statements, right? So and then coming to the different types of loop. So try to remember loop. There are two types of loops are there. One is a command controlled loop, another one is a list controlled loop. So within a command control, so there are two types of loops are there. One is a while, another one is until. So well-known thing, most of the case you also practiced those statements while and until earlier. So within the Linux environment, while discussing about shell, so here within the loop statements, we are segregating the loop statements in two categories. One is a command controlled, another one is a list controlled. So coming to the command control, the while and until, coming to the list control, we call it as a for and a select. So within a list control, we call for statement. Another one is select. So we'll see one by one. Loops are two types. Already I said command control and then list control. So I covered in the last, right? So, and then coming to the command controlled. So what is this command controlled? In a command controlled loop, the execution of a command determines whether the loop body executes or not. You try to understand this particular statement. In a command controlled loop, the execution of a command, the execution of command determines whether the loop body executes or not. So the loop is going to be executed or not. The loop is going to be executed or not. It will be based on the condition which we are specifying. The condition which we are specifying. So if the condition is true, go to the body of a loop and then execute some set of statements which are available within that particular body. So whatever may be the statements which are available in that particular body, there can be a sequence of commands. The sequence of commands may be there. So those sequence of commands will be executed one after the another. So again it goes back to the command, test the command, again it enters into the loop, right? So this is the case. We need to keep in mind whenever we are discussing about command controlled. So there are two command controlled loops in Conch shell. One is a while, another one is until. The while loop is a basic command control loop. You try to understand that. So it is a one uh, basic loop statement, repetition statement. While already we are familiar with it. It begins with while containing a loop command, and the loops are loops as long as commands exist status is true. You try to understand here. It begins with a while. So within a while, so we have a condition. So within that particular condition, um, there can be some repetition statement. There can be some repetition statement. That particular repetition statement within that condition, uh, whatever may be the expression which is available in that particular condition. So that condition will be checked. So if the condition is true, so and then it need to perform some action statements inside the body. So inside the body of a loop, whatever may be the action statements available, those action statements will be performed. So this we need to remember here the exist status, right? So condition check. Here you try to remember this is one flow chart which illustrates the while loop, right? So here you can see the command exist status, right? Here whatever the while command is going to be checked here. So if this command is true, so if this command means the condition which is available over a while, if it is true, so and then set of action statements will be executed, right? So if this particular command is false, right? So and then come out of this particular loop, right? Whatever may be the next statement available out of this particular body, it will be executed when the exist status is false. So exist status, you try to remember when the command is executed. So when it is true, the exist status will be 0. So when the exist status, when the command is false, So the exit status will be 1, right? So that is what we observe within the Linux environment. So based on exit status, so the loop enter into the loop, or loop is going to be terminated, so it is going to be decided. So this is about the while loop. So you need to remember the while statement, right? So and then coming to the syntax of while command do statements to be executed if the command is true, right? So the end of the while we have a done, right? So while command do statements to be executed if the command is true, right? So this is a syntax you need to remember, right? So we'll go with an example also here. Shell if the resulting value is true, the given statements are executed. You try to remember, if the condition, if the command is true, and then execute this particular statement. If this command is false, come out of this particular loop. So that is what here we are going to explain in this particular slide, right? So coming to the example of a while. Here you try to remember the first line. We call it as hash not bin ksh interpreter designated line within the Linux environment, within the shell. A equal to 0, so the variable a is assigned with 0, while dollar $a less than 10, right? You try to understand, while dollar $a less than 10, a means here 0, 0 is less than 10. Here the condition is true, this command is true, right? So if it is true, inside the loop, goes inside the loop, echo dollar a value will be printed, a equal to exp or expression dollar a plus 1. So here a value initially 0, 0 plus 1, we get a 1. Now a will become a 1, right? So again goes into go to the while check. Again 1 is less than 10, again it is true. Again a value 1 will be printed. Previously 0 is printed, now 1 is printed. Next action statement is a equal to expr dollar a plus 1, means a is previously 1, 1 plus 1 it will be 2. Again goes here within a while dollar a means 2, right? 2 is less than 10. Again true goes inside, right? This like this particular statement will be continued, right? So here this will be repeated, so up to 10 times, right? So this is about uh, example. This is about example for while statement here. uh, Go for next example, next topic, the until loop, right? Within the command control loop, right? So until loop works just like while loop only. It's worked like in while loop, except that it loop as long as the exit status of the command is false. Here I try to understand the while statement will work. So how the while statement will work means, while statement when condition is true, goes inside the loop, and then it will execute a set of statements which are available inside the loop, right? So when you talk about until, when a command is false, goes inside the loop and then execute some set of statements, right? Execute some set of statements available there. Then this loop will be continued until command exit status is false. So when it is true, so and then come out of this particular loop. When it is true, come out of, right? So when it is false, right? False means exit status is gone. So and then go for executing a set of action statements which are available within that particular loop, right? So this is a case when we talk about until the syntax already I said the syntax until command will be statements to be executed until command is true, right? Then so you try to remember this particular uh, syntax. So it is simple syntax until when the command exit status is false, then action statements will be executed. So when the command until command means here the condition is true, come out of this particular loop, right? So this is about the syntax, and then we'll see with an example, right? So this explanation already I covered. So if the resulting value is false, and what is the resulting value here? So here the resulting value, the command exists, command is false, so the whatever may be the expression which is available here, right? So if that particular expression is false, and then do and some action statements will be performed. These action statements will be performed. So if the command is true, then no statements will be executed, and the program jumps to the next done. Right. So here I try to see if the command exit status is true, right? So come up with this particular loop after then whatever may be the statement which is available, so that statement will be executed, right? So this is about the working principle behind the until, right? So coming to the example, so the example for until loop. Here we take the same example, previous example, which is used for a while for displaying numbers 0 to 9, right? So here has not been case is equal to 0 until uh, not dollar a less than 10, do echo dollar a equal to exp or dollar a plus 1, done. So here I try to remember a value is a 0, 0 less than 10, here 0 less than 10, before this I have a not, before this I have a not, because of this not a less than 10 here means, so it is false, right? Because 0 is less than 10 almost true, because of using not, so it is false, enter into the loop. So dollar a value will be 0. So and then this expression will be evaluated. So and then a value become 1, again it will check 1, not dollar a means 1 less than 10, again it is false. So perform the statement which is available here, right? Within this particular loop. So like this, this loop will be continued until, so until this statement gets true, this statement gets true, if this particular statement got true, so and then come out of this particular loop, right? So this is about until, um, so this is about command controlled loop, right? So is there any questions? Is there any questions, please? My voice is audible? Hello? Hello? Hello?
Yes, sir. Audible, sir.
Okay. Is there any questions, Amma? Hello?
No, sir.
Okay. Okay. The next list controlled. 1 minute. Okay, coming to the list controlled. So already we discussed this list controlled also. So what is what is the meaning for list control loop? We discuss now. Here to understand within the list controlled. So there is a list for controlling number of iterations. So there is a list for controlling number of iterations. So how many iterations your loop will continue. So it will be decided based on the list available within your statement. So within your list control statement, it may be for, it may be select. So within that, whatever may be the number of elements available in that list, it will try to control. If there are five elements are there, so your body will be executed five times. So if there are 10 elements are there, your body of the loop will be executed 10 times. Right? So like this. So here the loop will be decided based on the number of elements within your statement. Right? So here there are two. I said the first one is a for loop. The first list control loop within the console is a for list. Here the list within the list the elements can be string, the elements can be words, sentences, or file, right? So we'll see with an example. In each iteration the next element is moved to the variable unprocessed, right? So here you try to understand. So within the within the loop, every time first element will be processed, it will be moved to the variable, and then particular action statement will be performed. All right. Here the for loop, the syntax, the for loop works like this. So the syntax looks like this. For var in mode 1, mode 2, mode 3, so on, mode n number of modes, right? Here we call this is the list within a for. So this is a list. So here this list of elements will be moved whenever the iterations are moving. Iterations are jumping from one iteration to another. So here mode 1, whenever the iterations are continuing, each word will be processed and then stored in a variable, and then some action statement, some action statement will be performed here. All right. So this thing you try to remember. Here the var is a name of a variable which is going to store here the elements, right? So whatever may be the for elements here, it can be a word or it can be a sentence, right? It can be a number. Those elements will be recorded. Those elements are going to be stored within a variable. We call it as a var. You can use your own variable, right? So this is one syntax. Coming to the example for loop, here the first line we call it as a hash not being case interpreted designated line for we are in 0 1 2 3 4 5 6. There my list elements are 0 to 9, right? Here do echo dollar we are done. So here, for statement I said, so the list will control here number of iterations. So in this particular list, first element we call it as a zero. So first zero will be processed, stored within a variable. So goes inside the loop and then echo dollar var. So variable has a zero will be printed. Again goes here. One it will be stored in a var. So again do echo dollar var will be printed. So one will be printed like this. So here up to 9, right? So when it goes to the next element, the next element is a null and then come out of this particular loop, right? So this is a case. This is about list control loop. The first list control loop, we call it as FR. Coming to the select, right? So here, most of the case you might be practiced in this particular manner. Within your Python programming also, you might be used this particular loops like this only, right? Most of the case you might be practiced it. So, and then coming to the select loop, the next list control loop, we call it as select. The select loop is a special loop designed to create a menu, right? Menu is a list of options displayed on a monitor. The user selects one of the menu options, which is then processed by the script. The format of selected loop is similar to for and loop. It begins with the keyword select followed by an variable and list of strings. Right? We'll see with an example you can understand. So here I said the select loop provides easy way to create a menu, right? From which a user can select any one of the options. So here the syntax for menu here is syntax for select is similar to the previous one, right? Select we are in mode 1, mode 2, so on, mode n, do statements to be executed for every mode, right? So done. So this is about the syntax. Uh, this is the syntax for select, right? So we'll go with a simple example. Right, mm, I have mentioned example. We'll see. Right. Coming to the another topic, we call it as a special parameters and variables. The Conch shell provides special parameters and variables for usage within your shell script. All right. So here, this is a very important topic you need to remember. Most of the case within your shell programming, you might be identified or you might be noticed. So $1, $2 within your conditions. So here, then we need to recollect that $1 means one is not uh, one is not a file, right? So here it indicates that the first parameter, so which we are passing to a script, right? So the first parameter, that parameter may be a file name, right? That file name. So $2. So it is a second parameter which is passing to uh, your shell program, right? So like this, there are some parameters you might be used, so don't get confused here. $1, $2, $3, like this. We have positional parameters from 1 to 9, and then there are some special parameters like $0. So $0 meaning is a script name. Dollar hash is a number of arguments. Here the dollar star and dollar at the rate, we call it as an all parameters. So these are four parameters. So these are the four special parameters available within your console. You try to remember $0 means the script name means whatever may be the script file you are creating, right? Program 1.sh. So this is a program which I created. Program 1.sh. So this file is available in my current working directory. So whenever I need to execute, I type within my prompt uh, sh space program 1.sh, right? So here program 1.sh, here we call it as a name of the script. So the name of the script. So space, then we give your script may take an input. Your script may take an input as inputs in terms of parameters, right? So in terms of positional parameters, right? It can take a file name, It can take a one file name as an input. It can take two files as an input, right? So like this. Here, when your script program is taking an input, program taking an input file 1, file 2. So take for example file 1, file 2. So those file 1, file 2, we call it as positional parameters, right? So we'll see with an example, right? So here special parameters. So special parameters means all these four. So positional parameters means from 1 to 9. Try to see this positional parameters $1, $2. So first positional parameter. Before this, I have a script name, program1.sh space $1 space $2 space $3 space $4 $5 up to $9. I can have 9 positional parameters for a single script. So your script can have this many parameters, right? So script name $0, a number of arguments. We are calling this as a number of arguments. So if there is only one parameter, only one argument. If there is two, so within a hash there will be two. If there are nine, so here the hash contains a nine, right? So like this. So we call them as positional parameters, right? Here the script name. Script name parameter holds the name of a script. Name of a script means whatever may be the program name, we call it as a script name. So this is often useful when a script calls other script. Right? And the script name parameter can be passed to call script so that it know who called it. Right? So here uh, within the prompt we are giving the name of the script to your shell. So your shell is going to execute that by taking the parameters, right? So by taking the parameters, we'll see with an example $0. You try to remember. We call it as skip name. Number of arguments, right? Number of arguments. Second special parameter. We call it as number of arguments. Script can be used uh, and then the script can use parameters. We call it as a dollar hash. Within a dollar hash, it records how many number of parameters currently your script is using. So means within your prompt itself, I'm giving two parameters means we have within a hash, so the value will be two, right? Like this, you need to remember. Take for example, here I have a demonstration. Demonstration in order to demonstrate the number of arguments. Hash not bin bash interpreted designated line. Here I have a comment line hash. Try to remember. So this is a comment line. This particular comment line is about the script displaying a parameters $0 on $hash. Right. So what value is available within a $0? What value is available within hash? So for this, we have a simple demonstration. Print the program name colon $0. Print number of arguments colon $hash. All right. So within my prompt, I typed sh space program1 dot sh. I given the parameters 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I given 5 parameters. So here program1 dot sh is my script name. So it is your $0. It is your $hash. So $0 is a program1.sh. So I got as an output. So $hash is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So how many number of arguments I pass it for this program1.sh for this program means. So I pass it 5 arguments. Right? So this is the meaning. Right? This is a meaning. Here the usage of special parameters 0 and the hash. So this thing you need to remember. Um, this you need to remember all these particular positional parameters, right? So about right. So try to remember. So we'll discuss the remaining things in the next class. So, is there any queries? Hello, hello, hello.
Yes.
ఉన్నారా? హలో,
Sir,
హలో.